to have you with us from Faurot Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. Today, conference bragging rights on the line in this SEC Big Ten clash. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. This is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Here's Underwood to throw. Finds his man. It's Marsh. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Buchanan. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. This offense has it with really good field position. Throwing Simmons. Makes the grab. It's Hardy. Turning it on. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Great job by the back on the option. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Michigan offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got room to work. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They go right back to it. Pitches way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. Play action with Underwood. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Not a lot of room to field this one. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, give to Hardy. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Runs through, man. He might have some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Here's a give to Hardy. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, here's Hardy. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Simmons on the play fake. Gets it out quickly. Plows through the defense. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
And this defense gets the 1st sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. He splits the upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He leaves it with the back. Look out, he's got room. He's past the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
At the 41. And that's a first down for the offense.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keeps it on the option. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Give to the big fullback. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down for you.
And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Could be an alley. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Calls his own number. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
Catch in the middle, it's Marsh. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Marshall. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Throwing, Underwood. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And I like the run there. The offense doesn't have to press. They've got some time still left before the half. And more importantly, they've got to cut into this lead. They're down a couple of scores. This would be enormous. The locker room will feel so different if they can punch this in for a touchdown before the half.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Just drives it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game.
Missouri.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Simmons fires to the tight end. Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll give it to Hardy. Picks up the 1st down. Here's a little room there. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
They'll move the wide receiver. They go play action with Simmons. Pocket breaking down. A strike downfield. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. The holding penalty will make it 1st and 20. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Simmons to throw. He fires one deep down the right side.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down.
Kill. 139 albatross. Flip.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, there weren't a lot of guys in the box defensively on that 2nd and long play, so you see the offensive line, they're able to get downfield, get a hat on a hat, and that helped lead to that successful play.
Making side adjustments here. Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Got it. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Trying to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Underwood. Here comes the heat. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Play fake, Underwood. Right down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Underwood to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Ready? Quick.
To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And the offense is still searching, man. Like, just that's a bomb down the field, and I love it. You got to take shots. You got to be aggressive. But so far, the defense has won the day, and they've really strangled anything they've wanted to do. And this offense is going to have to find some way to move the football, the run game, the short passing, whatever it is to get something cooking.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Oh, there is laundry on the deck, and it might be a reprieve for this kicker. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. Our first stop is with Kansas State taking on the Tulane Green Wave. And it's the Wildcats able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big 12.
Kill it. 14 choice.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Right back to Hardy. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running inside, it's Roberts. Pulled down for the tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Quickly to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Quick release by the QB. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Finds his man. It's Lee. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Might be calling a hot route. Gets the back moving. Throwing Simmons. Gets it out fast. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Underwood. With the catch, it's Hansen. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They go play action. Bryce Underwood fires to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Just ran him over. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
The Wolverines come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Give to the fullback. Gets away from one, finds room. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers. And then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down, big fella.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Underwood. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Returns it down to the 47-yard line, and his defense thrives on taking the football away.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The give to Hardy. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They go right back to Hardy. There's some room. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Complete in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
That play had 6 written all over it, but he drops it in the end zone. Bad break for the offense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Ready?
Simmons on play action. Here's a heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
On the direct snap, it's Marshall. Maybe some room here. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. On the option. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Second down.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get them on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. Here's Underwood to throw. The short hands. It's Marshall. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Puts it out of the air. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
He's knocked down at the 7-yard line. First and goal, Michigan.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Slams it ahead. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Direct snap. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present them.
Might have a chance. 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They pushed the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. He's taking the deep shot. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Leaves it with the back. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Underwood. Snagged out of the air. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Again, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. Fighting off the defender. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.